NOAA is warning staff that a militia group thinks its radars are weather weapons. Tesla will no longer release the Cybertruck range extender. And Ford will raise Mustang Mach-E prices in part due to tariffs. It's Thursday, May 8th, and this is your morning tech news roundup from Engadget. The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration has warned the National Weather Service of possible attacks from an armed conspiracy group targeting Doppler radar stations. That's according to a report from CNN. The group, Veterans on Patrol, is going after government radars because it believes they're being used as weather weapons. CNN learned of the possible attacks through NOAA emails, warning National Weather Service staff that Veterans on Patrol was planning to conduct penetration drills on NEXRAD sites to identify weaknesses, with the ultimate goal of destroying NEXRAD. Despite its cooler-than-average name, the National Weather Service uses NEXRAD, or Next Generation Weather Radar, for a fairly mundane purpose: detecting precipitation in the atmosphere. NEXRAD plays a vital role in locating thunderstorms and tornadoes, making it easier to evacuate vulnerable communities before disaster strikes. It's not clear what Veterans on Patrol sees as threatening about radar. The group was previously focused on white nationalism and Pizzagate-style government conspiracies, but concern over the effects of being exposed to radio waves is a common bugbear for conspiracy types. For example, groups set fire to cell towers early in the COVID-19 pandemic because of a belief that 5G somehow spread the virus. Viewing radar as a weapon could originate from some similar misconceptions. National Weather Service staff have been advised to use the Buddy system when working at remote radar sites and report anything suspicious to the authorities. Even without the threat of physical violence, though, the National Weather Service and NOAA at large have already been devastated this year. Hundreds of weather forecasters were fired because of the cuts made by the Trump administration, just one of many attempts to dismantle government services. Tesla has scrapped its plans to sell a range extender for the Cybertruck. The automaker notified customers in an email who had previously paid a $2,000 reservation fee for the $16,000 add-on, and according to that email posted on social networks and forums, Tesla will be refunding those deposits in full. Now, it did not say why it's no longer planning to sell the accessory, but the emails come a month after the company quietly pulled the option to add it to the vehicle from its website configurator. The range extender is a battery pack that was supposed to be installed on the bed of the Cybertruck. It was Tesla's answer to releasing vehicles that had shorter ranges than it originally promised. When the company first unveiled the model, it said different versions would have different ranges, including one that has a 500-mile range. Instead, the long-range Cybertruck, which has the longest range, can only last for 350 miles on a single charge. As Electrek noted late last year, the battery pack was supposed to start shipping early this year, but Tesla pushed back its release to mid-2025 and also reduced its promised range from 470 miles to 445 miles. Elon Musk previously said that he expected Tesla to sell between 250,000 to 500,000 Cybertrucks a year. However, a recent recall showed that the automaker sold fewer than 50,000 units over a 15-month period. It is unclear whether the company decided to pull the plug on the range extender because it's not worth manufacturing a new product for a model that's performing far below expectations, or if it has another reason altogether. Either way, the Cybertruck's battery add-on has been canceled and will not be seeing the light of day. It's earnings season, and automakers are warning investors about the impact tariffs will have on vehicle pricing. As first reported by Reuters, the cost of Ford's Mustang Mach-E, Ford's electric SUV, could rise by as much as $2,000 on some models, Ford manufactures the Mach-E as well as other non-electric models in Mexico, which are now tariffed when sold in the U.S. Aside from the Mach-E, Ford estimates that it will take a $1.5 billion hit from current tariff policy. The Trump administration has long insisted that tariffs are not paid for by the American consumer. And while the company made clear it was absorbing some of the increased costs, it could not absorb all of it. A Ford spokesperson told Reuters that the price increase is partly due to typical mid-year repricing, combined with some tariffs that they're facing. Ford said they have not passed on the full cost of tariffs to their customers. Despite the administration's partial acquiescence to automakers last week in softening the blow on auto tariffs, EV makers Rivian and Lucid have said higher costs are coming. Rivian's CEO shared that he expects vehicle pricing to rise by a couple of $1,000s, while Lucid's interim CEO said the company was expecting an 8 to 15% increase in overall costs due to tariffs. While EVs have not specifically been the target of these tariffs, this administration has been unusually hostile towards them and has worked to reverse government-funded EV initiatives like subsidized expansions to charging infrastructure. Making matters worse, Speaker of the House Brian Johnson all but confirmed to Bloomberg recently that Congress is likely to end the EV tax credit, saying, "I think there's a better chance we kill it than save it, but we'll see how it comes out." It's been posited by industry analysts that Tesla may have the least to lose and could perhaps even gain from the current administration's anti-EV stance, with Elon Musk even saying as much. This is in part due to the outsized effect tariffs will have on competing EV manufacturers like Ford, while Tesla's substantial domestic production keeps the company mostly insulated. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Ian Carlos Campbell, Mariella Moon, and Andre Revilla, and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your day. I'll be back tomorrow with more tech news from Engadget.